Every Ferengi business transaction is governed by 285 rules of acquisition to ensure a fair and honest deal for all parties concerned.
Wise word, my Ferengi friends. I like this rule. It's one that might be hard for people to understand. You can't free a fish from water. What does that mean? I think the easiest, quickest way to explain that rule or sentence is you can't change people. They are who they are. I think at the end of the day, this apply to all of us regardless about what this hobby is. I think a lot of people sometimes mistaken how we evolve in this hobby, and for most of us we evolve, we change in what we like to collect. That's in general apply to almost all of us outside of the hoarders, the completists that got to buy every single issue. Most of us evolve, we change in our taste in what we like to buy, right? That's common regardless if you're in this hobby for 5 years or 5 months or 5 decades. Many of us change. I had changed multiple times over the 30 plus years of collecting in this hobby. So, but that being said, what this rule is about who I am as a person. You know, I have always been financially responsible, so overspending, over buying something for the sake of having something is never in my DNA. Okay, this is in the my DNA has always been this is a hobby. It's not about overbuying, overspending something to be in a cool crowd or to be in the club of any sort. So, yeah, I might have evolved, but as a person, I am who I am. I have always been impatient. If anything, I probably got even more impatient over the many decades. My personality is my personality. You know, some people don't like it, that's fine. But I am who I am. I approach treating people the same way forever. You know, some people, when it comes down to personality, it's really tough to define what is the best for any one of us. We are who we are, okay? And in this hobby, that is, I think, is the most divisive when when you look at from one collector to the other. We have one thing in common: comic books. But when it comes down to personality, everything else is so different, and I think that's where a lot of people mistake what it is about this hobby. You know, some people just jump into the conclusion that, oh, you collect comic books, I collect comic books, so we can be friends. That's not how it works. That's like saying I moved to Sarasota, Florida, and everyone here can be my friends. Not true. Okay, so we are who we are. Learn to accept the fact that we are all very different in our tastes, in the way we approach life, and the sooner we accept that, I think this. And like I said, I have always advised people. Not well, advice is a wrong word because you can't tell people what to do. Okay, you can't change people. I don't approach life in that manners, and that's why if you know me on YouTube, for example, and you read my comments over the years in many other videos of other people, I don't tell people what to collect. I don't tell people what to buy, what to sell, what's hot, what they should do with their collection. Is none of my business. Okay, I know a lot of people on YouTube like to do that. They like to shine in with their 2 cents on what to do, how to do. I'm not that. Okay, I'm not that kind of person, and I think the way I come across can be abrasive to some people, but I am who I am. So what this rule for me means is that it is exactly what it means. Okay, as far as we are who we are, and You can't change it. That's the way we are. Okay, so this hobby is filled with different personalities, and it's always, the longer you are in the community, the more likely that you will gravitate toward people that you have things in common with. Okay, that's how things work in the community. I have been in this community long enough to know that there are plenty of people that don't like my personality or what I do or what I say. That's okay. They can stay on their lane. I stay on my lane, and we coexist. The only time when there are frictions are people that cross the lane and chime in their 2 cents on my channel, and that's when I come across as a complete jerk, because you know me, I have low tolerance for nonsense. Okay, if you post something stupid, you're either gonna get blocked, banned, or I'm gonna reply with something snarky. But yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, I think this comment is more useful for younger, newer YouTubers that just join the comic community and think that we can all be a big happy family. I said this many times over the past many years in this community. This online community is no different than your neighborhood that you live in. You're not friends with everybody. You don't love everybody. You don't get along with everybody. But guess what? In real life, you don't go knocking on your neighbor's house and say, I hate you. That's the problem with social media, okay? Everybody can be a keyboard warriors, okay? To type in what they don't like, to thumb people down, a lot of nonsense. I don't do any of that, okay? If I don't like you, if I don't like your videos, I unsub you. That's all I do. I don't need to thumbs you down. I don't need to leave snarky remarks on how stupid you are or what you're doing is wrong, blah, blah, blah. I mind my own business because you are who you are and I am who I am. It is that simple. If more people approach life this way, I guarantee you we have a lot more peace. Sadly, that's not how people are. People are too busy telling people what to do, how to do. Many people are in that camp of busybody telling people how to do things. They should live by this Ferengi rule. Can't free a fish from water. We are who we are. Accept it, move along. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.